Hi kids, it's Lee and Michelle again, and we're here with another video for you. Now Michelle, where are we?
We're at Karkarook Lake.
We are.
How amazing is it today, Lee?
It's a beautiful day, and best of all, the metro lakes around Melbourne, but also around Victoria, they get stocked by Victorian fisheries every school holidays, so you kids can get out and catch the fish. Now, it doesn't matter if it's a stock lake like this, or just a normal lake like Eildon or any of those.
Absolutely.
Plenty of fish for people to come and catch. In the kits, they have a lure shell. Can you show the kids what that is and what it does?
This is what we call a wobbler, Lee.
It's a wobbler.
It's a fun name for a little lure. This one you just cast out nice and easy and then slight flicks in.
Yep, wobbles through the water, just looks like a little bait fish, and heaps of fish love them. Now, when it comes to fishing in a metro lake or any sort of lake, there's key areas to look at. And while some of the easy spots might be great, you know, it's just park there and fish there, they're not always the best. A couple of key areas I look at. Right here, we've got a rocky point sticking out, dropping off into some deep water, and there's actually been 1 or 2 trout rise in there. But the other thing I really like is those reed beds that run down along there. So Shell, we might start here, have a few throws here, but it's also about being mobile. You don't want to stop in one spot, do you?
Yeah, absolutely. And also with those reeds and the rocky areas too, you are wanting to try and keep that lure up.
Yes.
So you're not getting stuck. We want to catch the fish, not the reeds.
Yeah, we don't want to lose that lure. So keep mobile, hit the key areas, and you'll find yourself a few fish. Let's get to it.
Woohoo!
Have you got one? You got one.
Oh, come on, Lee!
I just saw the flash right there.
Ah, how good! Oh, look at this.
It's only a little fish, but anyway.
Come on now, it's not about the size.
No, it's not.
Hey.
What it is, Michelle's got herself into a prime spot here. If you just pull a bit of line off, she's got herself, you hold the rod, she's got herself into a prime spot here because while we were on that point up further, here you've got the reed bed, and I mentioned that before, but you've got a really nice drop off here, so the fish will patrol up and down this edge. So this is a prime spot. Did you sort of cast that
I was casting along here, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Now, the other one is trout, and all fish have that protective layer of slime, don't they?
Absolutely.
If you don't have a net, leave your fish in the water just like this.
Wet your hands.
Wet your hands. That is the most important thing, isn't it? So I'll just wriggle that little wobbler out. There you go, your winning lure.
How good is that? Yes, the wobbler works.
Now, Shell, why don't you wet your hands and you let your fish go? Wet your hands.
Oh, here we go.
There you go. And when you hold fish, don't squash them, just cradle them. I don't like being squashed. They don't like being squashed either. She's just letting that go.
Away you go.
That trout is going, what was all that about?
And hopefully goes and gets a feed and gets fatter for us to catch next time.
That's it. So there you have it. Your little angler kits can do exactly what Michelle has done right here. That's what your lure's for. What are some other fish people could catch with that wobbler?
Well, in this particular lake, we do have a couple of cod stocked here, as well as yellow belly and redfin.
There's estuary perch.
Oh, there's estuary perch too.
There is. And
they love those lures.
They do. In the salt, if you're in an estuary system, flathead, tailor, salmon, things like that. So very versatile lure. This is a good little base to start fishing, but just those couple of key little points on where to go, you'll be catching yourself a few fish in no time.
Happy fishing.
So while there's a load of waters with trout in them in Victoria, there's actually even more waterways with redfin. They fight well, they grow big, they taste amazing, and they're in so many waterways and they can be so easy to catch. And that is part of the reason why in your little angler tackle box, you've got yourself a wobbler. Great for so many species. Let's see if we can get ourselves a redfin. So great thing about a wobbler is it's easy to fish. This one weighs 7 grams. It casts a long way and it's so easy. Cast it out, you can just start winding straight away. You can let it sink down, and even while it's sinking, it wobbles like that. Fish will eat it on what we call the drop. So if it's sinking and you get a bump, strike. Now, when I'm ready to start fishing, the first thing I do, and it's just by habit, is I always go like that, just to check my drag. In this case, I can tighten it just a little bit. And there we go. That's a good fighting drag for when we hook what is hopefully a redfin. Then we just lob that out there. I'm gonna just let this sink for 4 or 5 seconds, and then just a nice, slow, steady retrieve. And the correct speed for it, it will literally be wobbling back and forth. okay? Just like that. That's perfect. So there you have it. The other one, keep your rod tip low. Just always rod tip down, straight down the line, and then you get a much more direct connection between you and the lure. So when you get the bite, you get a much better hookup. There we go. That is the intended target that we were after. Not a big one, but I would say that this is about a standard sized redfin or English perch. Such a good looking fish, big dorsal fin, and he's eating that little silver wobbler. And it's really windy today, but let me tell you, in fishing, wind can be your friend. It's not great to fish in, but it does often stir the fish up. And this guy thought that was pretty cool. So there we have your silver wobbler that's in your little tackle kit, and the sort of fish that you can catch all around Victoria with it. There we go. There we go. Another little reddy. Pop him back just out over that weed, and he's off. So it doesn't matter if it's a metro lake or a much bigger lake in the area that you might live. Grab your little angler tackle box, put that wobbler on, keep mobile, move around, and you can catch yourself some really nice redfin and trout. Another hot little tip is that oftentimes the really good fishing areas aren't the ones that are easy to get to. So if you can get through the sort of snaggy areas, that's where you'll often find some really good fish.